The morning light didn't bring any comfort, it just lit up the little bits of chaos Muffin had caused while I was asleep. Her big, fluffy body was sprawled across the sofa, one paw batting at a loose piece of furniture that was now slightly out of place. Her round, amber eyes followed my every move, like she knew something I didn't. I rubbed my face, trying to tell myself it was all just a bad dream. It had to be over. But then Muffin hopped off the couch and padded towards the door, her tail held high, ears twitching at something in the hallway. Just as I noticed her strange behavior, my phone buzzed. It was an unknown number. The message read, "You woke up. Good." Muffin let out this low, rumbling purr, almost like a growl. Her fur stood on end, as if she was warning me about what was coming next. I quickly typed back, "Who is this?" Silence, no reply. My phone just vibrated again with a new notification. "Follow the cat." I stared down at Muffin. She blinked slowly, her massive body swaying as she walked towards the kitchen. I was hesitant, but I followed her anyway, my heart pounding in my chest with every single step. Muffin stopped right in front of the cupboard under the sink, pawing at the door. Confused, I crouched down to open it. Tucked away inside was a small, yellowed envelope, taped shut. Muffin nudged it towards me with her big, round head. My hands were shaking as I tore it open. Inside, there were photographs, not just any photos. They were old pictures of me and Adam. We were smiling, laughing, looking completely normal, but in the corner of every single picture, there was a shadowy figure I didn't recognize, always there. Just at the edge of the frame, my phone buzzed again. He's still here, watching, waiting. Muffin's tail thumped against the floor, and she let out a tiny, urgent meow. She pawed at my leg, as if begging me not to ignore this. I followed her back to the living room, where she stopped right in front of the TV. On the screen, images started flickering. It was the same photographs, but this time they were moving, distorted, like twisted memories playing on a loop. Adam's hollow eyes stared out at me from every frame. Another text, "Remember what you forgot, or he will." Muffin jumped onto the couch and curled up against my chest. Her enormous weight felt surprisingly comforting, grounding me in the middle of this rising terror. I could feel her warmth, the tiny vibrations of her purr against my own frantic heartbeat. Somehow, she made the fear feel a little more bearable. Then, one more message appeared. "The first clue is under the table." I looked down. Muffin was already there, pawing insistently at the table where the words were carved, "You don't get to forget." She scratched at the wood, and my fingers brushed against a hidden compartment. Inside, a small, gleaming key. Muffin purred, so proud of herself, like she had solved the riddle all on her own. I took a deep breath. This nightmare was far from over, but with her by my side, I felt a strange flicker of courage. Muffin just blinked at me, her amber eyes seeming to say, "We face this together." And that's when I realized maybe she was the real key, not the metal one in my hand, but the warmth and trust that could guide me through the darkness, the journey to uncover Adam's secret. And my own forgotten past was just beginning. Make sure you're following so you don't miss what happens next.